Listen, I love what the Eagles have done so far. I really do. In the second round, we had 2 picks, and with the 53rd overall pick in this draft, we go out and get a running back. Miles Sanders, we knew how bad we needed a running game all off season long. We get Jordan Howard. A lot of fans overreacted thinking that he was this big-time stud. Good player, but he's not a legitimate stud running back. And I would have never thought that Howie Roseman would value a running back this high, but he did, because he knew how special it can really be to add to this offense with a legit running back, and that's exactly what we did. Now, obviously, we still go running back by committee, but Miles Sanders has the potential to be a 3-down back. He's very, very solid. He sat out his first 2 years because he had to sit behind Saquon Barkley, which is a tough thing to do. I like that as a character thing. I really do. That's not easy to do. How many guys would just sit back, relax, and fight through the adversity? Not everyone. Not every student athlete. But he did, and in his junior season, 220 carries, 1,649 yards. He also caught the ball 24 times for 139 yards. So, not a lot of mileage for being a junior, which is awesome. You need to think about that. The one knock on him is holding onto the football and fumbling. He does have the tendency to do that. And realistically, it's not like there's an obnoxious, brutal amount of pressure to be the ultimate guy, considering we still have Jordan Howard. We have him. We have Corey Clement. We have Smallwood. We have other guys in the mix. So, it's not this obnoxious amount of pressure, but he does have the ability to be something really special. So something that's weird is the last time we took a running back in the first 2 rounds of a draft was Shady McCoy, who was picked 53rd overall. What? Ridiculous. I mean, the irony is ridiculous. But he has the ability to literally be a dominating force, and we need that. Let's just be real. We need that. I was sick and tired of grabbing these guys here and there, and this is that. Like, I'm sick and tired of the plug-in. I'm cool with running back by committee. There's no denying that. I think that there is a realistic power to that. It's similar to what we do with the defensive line and how we rotate. But having a young player like this coming fresh out the draft, who we can really build with as a running back with not a lot of mileage, it's outstanding. And I didn't know if we would approach it that way. Howie has been known to wait for running backs in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Now, we haven't hit on them. They haven't been anything crazy. Okay, Pumphrey? But what he did tonight with that pick was awesome. And realistically, when I'm sitting there watching, I see guys come off the board, but it wasn't these top guys. It wasn't DK. It wasn't all these powerful receivers. I didn't know how we would approach that 53rd pick, but I am truly happy. This is remarkable. He gets to go up against Saquon Barkley 2 times a year. Talk about 2 friends that are going to battle each other out in the National Football League between 2 heated rivals. That's got to be a really awesome storyline. And here's some quotes from, I almost said Saquon Barkley. Not Saquon Barkley. Miles Sanders. I showed my ability to break tackles. I showed I can catch the ball smoothly, blocking, not making mental errors, and protect my quarterback. Well, that's cool to hear. How many running backs go out there and say, well, I can do this, I can do that, I can make people miss, I can do that? He goes, no. He mentions protecting the quarterback, and it's pretty damn clear that this guy is on the mind of the Philadelphia Eagles, as in our first overall pick, we pick a left tackle, an offensive tackle. Our second pick, we go with running back to make the offense lethal. And in our third pick, we pick a wide receiver. Offense. Give Carson Wentz weapons. Give Carson Wentz protection. As with our third pick, still in the second round, we go with JJ Arcega-Whiteside from Stanford. And originally, I said, okay, it's not that I'm upset with the pick, but I'm looking at what else is on the board. But I trust Howie, all right? Obviously, I trust Howie a lot. He's done amazing things. And what this guy brings to the table, very solid, very solid. It's not about him when I first thought about it and said, what the hell? It's not about him. It was what else was on the board. See, I think he has tremendous talent. He is a replica a replica of Alshon Jeffrey. He doesn't have the powerful speed. He's not going to torch defensive backs. But what he does, he can catch the ball. The 50-50 balls this guy can come down with is insane. The way he boxes guys out, his threat in the red zone. He's almost unstoppable in the red zone. And every single year of his career, he got better. From freshman, sophomore, junior, he got better. He established more to his game. And that can't go unnoticed. Now, you start to hear reports about, well, okay, what's this mean for Nelson Aguilar? Or I even saw a report talking about Alshon Jeffrey's contract for the future and how much money we owe him and how he hasn't been restructured yet. I think that's more of a reach because Howie restructures when it needs to be done to specific guys. So I think the Alshon Jeffrey contract thing is a reach. But he is almost a legitimate exact player as Alshon Jeffrey, which isn't a bad thing. There's obviously value there. And we're bringing Deshaun Jackson in with that speed. Well, did we need another guy like that? So it is interesting. And I'm just thinking about this offense in the red zone. This is going to be scary. Scary. With what Zach Ertz brings to the table, Alshon, now JJ, Nelson. What if we throw Dallas Goedert in there? It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be powerful. And don't forget about the running game, too, that we just added to. This is going to be scary. And I give Howie Roseman an A. An A. Bringing in that running back is solid. Bringing in that left tackle is solid. And I do like JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I do. Was there other things on the board that I would have looked at? Maybe the safety? Chauncey? Maybe? But it's not a bad pick. He's going to help this team. It's clear. It's clear that this squad was thinking offense. This squad was thinking, how can we make this more powerful of a team offensively? I trust in Howie Roseman. There's no denying that. And I was skeptical with some moves he made around during the offseason with Brandon Graham and bringing certain guys back and falling in love and getting attached. But then I started to see how much money we were saving on all these restructurings and just wild. All right, the guy knows what the hell he's doing when it comes to the money. And the first 3 picks so far this draft, I am definitely a fan of. There's no denying I'm a fan of it. I love the left tackle and Miles Sanders a little bit more than JJ, but that's not knocking JJ. I think he's going to be tremendous, and just wait for what this kid can do in big time moments. The 50-50 balls that he's going to come down with when Carson Wentz puts him in position. The red zone is going to be lethal. The way he boxes out guys is crazy. He's not just going to torch the defensive backs. It's just not going to happen. He doesn't have this insane burst of speed where he's going to stretch the field. But you put him in a position to come down with a ball, it's crazy his skill level with the hands. When there are DBs on top of him, he just mauls it down. Sometimes corners are in position to really make it happen on him, to really break up the play, but his hands are so strong, it's crazy. I remember watching him play at Stanford. He's not a nobody. Just because if you haven't heard of him, he is a special player. You're always skeptical of the Pac-12 guys, though, right? That is something. And then we pick a left tackle that's a Pac-12 guy, and what type of talent is he playing up against? And now we take a Pac-12 guy receiver, but he is legit. He is a player. And so far, I love it. I love what we brought to the table so far. I love what we added. I keep thinking about this power, and how defenses are going to have to scheme to stop these players. I mean, what are you going to do with Miles Sanders in the backfield, with the wide receivers that we have, Nelson, Alshon, with Zach Ertz in there, JJ in there, Deshaun in there? It's going to be ridiculous. I want to know your thoughts down below on Miles Sanders, who is special. And I want to know what you think about JJ, because I don't know if everyone loves it. I don't know if everyone knows enough about him. He is Alshon Jeffrey 2.0. So just keep that in mind. It's literally almost the same exact player. But you got to trust in Howie. It comes down to what else was on the board at the time. Could we have went a different route? Could we have went safety, DB? I know a lot of people wanted DK because DK was up there as a wide receiver. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.